Hey guys, this is Saf, WP777 here, and we continue on with the 2012 pay-per-view reviews, and we're going to review today Extreme Rules 2012 on Blu-ray. Now the main rivalry going into this pay-per-view, as you can see from the cover there, was Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. Brock Lesnar returned to the WWE after 8 years, the night after WrestleMania, and he would what's his finishing move, F5 John Cena, and they would start off that rivalry there, and that was the main focus point, the Brock Lesnar and John Cena rivalry going into this pay-per-view. And obviously there was the main event in the Extreme Rules match, which we'll talk about a bit later. This was held at the Allstate Arena in Chicago, Illinois. Great arena, great city. The crowd is always hot here, and again the crowd was really hot for this pay-per-view. This is a really fantastic pay-per-view. If you're going to pick up one pay-per-view from 2012, I would really recommend picking this one up, because from top to bottom this is absolutely fantastic show. I really enjoyed this pay-per-view, and I was really glad to pick this up on Blu-ray especially as well. Really fantastic pay-per-view. Kicking off the show was, show you the back there pretty much. You got the back there. So if you want to see the disc as well, I'll show you the disc there, pretty much there. Obviously this is exclusive to the UK and Europe, this Blu-ray, so it's region B. So yeah, kicking off the pay-per-view was Randy Orton versus Kane in a Falls Count Anywhere match. This is the third match in the rivalry. Obviously the match at WrestleMania 28 and the rematch from WrestleMania 28 from SmackDown. And yeah, Falls Count Anywhere match. This was a really great start to the pay-per-view. Really back and forth. They went all over the arena, even backstage. Even at one point, Zack Ryder got involved when they went backstage between hitting Kane, and yeah, they really used the match stipulation, the environment to their advantage. Really good match. Randy Orton doing the spot where he did the DDT, or was one of his DDT from the announcer table onto the floor. At the moments where Randy Orton doing the leg drop near the entrance stage setup, and then Randy Orton dropping on the floor, which looked pretty painful. Yeah, just really back and forth match. The ending came where Randy Orton did the RKO on Kane on the steel chair, but you could tell Kane's face didn't hit the steel chair. You could tell that Randy was back hit the steel chair, because when he did it, he was in pain. You could tell he was in pain, and sort of stuttered whilst doing the pin as well. But yeah, that's the ending came there, where Randy Orton did the RKO, and he would pick up the win there in a really good opening match that got the crowd going, and it's a great start to the pay-per-view. Second match we had was Brodus Clay versus Dolph Ziggler. Brodus Clay continuing on with his Funkasaurus gimmick, and would face different superstars in like 3-4 minute squash matches. But Dolph Ziggler kind of got a lot of offense in the match, and ending came where Brodus Clay did what the funk move, that's what he calls it, and the splash, and he would pick up the win there. Next match we had was the next match? I believe it was the World Heavyweight Championship match, 2 out of 3 falls. Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus in 2 out of 3 falls. This was a really excellent match. One of the more purest wrestling matches of the year in 2012. Really excellent match. The match was much better. We got a proper match after the disappointing WrestleMania 28 match, 18-second WrestleMania 28 match. I haven't done WrestleMania 28 Blu-ray review because I haven't got WrestleMania 28 on Blu-ray, unfortunately. But continuing on, yeah, really fantastic match between Daniel Bryan and Sheamus. Really back and forth. Some really awesome moves. Great counters, good submission moves from Daniel Bryan that looked even painful whilst doing them to Sheamus. Daniel Bryan, the first fall went to Sheamus after Daniel Bryan got disqualified. Then Daniel Bryan will lock on the yes lock, and he would pick up the second fall, becoming 1-all, and then Sheamus would come back and then do the bow kick, and he would pick up the third fall and retain his World Heavyweight Championship in a pretty grueling match. You could tell Sheamus looked really battered at the end of it. You could tell he was in some kind of pain. I think his arm probably was in pain or something, but you could tell he was in pain, and he was really in the fight. You could tell at the night he was really in the fight, and Daniel Bryan looked impressive coming out of the match despite losing as well. And the next match I think that we had was Big Show versus Cody Rhodes. So that was the match before the Whatever Championship. Big Show versus Cody Rhodes in a tables match. Big Show Intercontinental Champion going into the pay-per-view after beating Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 28. And the match was pretty decent. The ending came where Big Show was on the apron and there's a table outside, and Cody Rhodes did a leg drop, and Big Show's leg slipped off and hit the table and broke the table, and the look on Big Show's face was pretty funny. I couldn't stop laughing. The moment was really hilarious. You could just watch the match just for the end, just to see Big Show's reaction when his leg went through the table, and then the referee saw that, and then he would ring the bell, and Cody Rhodes would win the the Intercontinental Championship, and Big Show only would have a less than a month's reign there. So that was a pretty pointless thing winning WrestleMania 28 in my opinion then, as Cody Rhodes would win the Intercontinental Championship. And the match didn't finish there. Big Show would twice put Cody Rhodes through a table twice, and Cody Rhodes will back. If you look at Cody Rhodes' back, he had so much marks on his back, it looked really painful. And yeah, it was a pretty decent match there, nothing too special. Next match you had was I think it was a handicap match, Ryback versus Two Jobbers. Nothing special there. Ryback picking up the win. The match after that we had was the WWE Championship Chicago Street Fight between Chris Jericho and CM Punk. This was a really good match. The storyline was going in was that Chris Jericho wanted CM Punk to drink alcohol. Obviously CM Punk's straight edge, you don't do alcohol, drugs and smoke, and that was the storyline based into that. And Chris Jericho got CM Punk's family involved, talking about his CM Punk's sister's drug problems, and his dad was an alcoholic, and his mum was having problems as well. And so the ride was really intense going into this. Really brutal match. Obviously both competitors were all street jeans, so as the environment was a Chicago street fight, so that was something different from the WrestleMania 28 match. Yeah, again, really great match, back and forth, moments where Chris Jericho looked like he would win the WWE Championship, but really close falls. Chicago, obviously CM Punk's hometown, he was a hot fan favorite here. Crowd was really behind CM Punk. They even involved a moment where CM Punk's sister slapped Chris Jericho, which was again pretty funny. There's a moment where CM Punk did the body slam or the press slam on Chris Jericho outside on the announcer table, on the top of the announcer table bit, and that snapped in half, which looked pretty brutal. They involved a moment where the Chris Jericho would hit the kendo stick or repeatedly on CM Punk, which looked brutal. And even CM Punk, Chris Jericho bought in a couple of beer cans, and he would pour that on CM Punk. I couldn't imagine what CM Punk felt having alcohol poured on him, because obviously he doesn't like that stuff. So that was a pretty different moment there. And yeah, the ending came where CM Punk did his go to sleep move, and he would pin Chris Jericho and retain his championship. Then the next match we had was the Divas Championship match, Nikki Bella versus the returning Layla. So that was a really good moment just to see Layla return, and she would pick up the win, winning the Divas Championship for the second time, I believe. And yeah, the main event, Brock Lesnar versus John Cena Extreme Rules match. Now this match is easily the match of the year 2012, in my opinion, because the match was really brutal. It's something that I had never seen before. Even Michael Cole pointed out on commentary that something that he never seen before. Just absolutely brutal match. Brock Lesnar would come in wearing his MMA gear, so he would wrestle his MMA style. The opening stage of the match was really brutal, where Brock Lesnar did the 3 elbow to John Cena's head, and the third one busted John Cena open. So that was something different. We've never seen John Cena busted open for years. I think since the time you got busted open against JBA in the I Quit match, Judgment Day 2005. But yeah, John Cena got busted open, and Brock Lesnar was still continuing on his offense against John Cena. Brock Lesnar would dominate the match. They even involved a moment where Brock Lesnar bounced over the steel step onto John Cena. He would land awkwardly on the floor outside of the ring, and that looked pretty painful. But Brock Lesnar got straight up and he just started laughing. Brock Lesnar is just a really intense guy, really intense guy. Really brought his A game to this match. Even though John Cena got dominated, he still looked pretty impressive because. He still looks pretty impressive. It's something that John Cena obviously hasn't been in impressive matches, obviously because of his gimmick and his staleness of his character. But even though he was dominating, he still looked impressive. And the ending came where John Cena did the attitude adjustment on on Brock Lesnar on the steel steps, and he would get his comeback and he would win the match. And ending the match. John Cena looked like he broke his arm after Brock Lesnar did the Kimura lock on John Cena. But yeah, it looked like John Cena had broken his arm, and he did that promo where he said he might be out for a few months or something, and he thanked the Chicago crowd that he wrestled in a great match in the Chicago in the Allstate Arena. And obviously we would know that John Cena, he would come back, and he always come back as per usual. He never ever leaves for a significant amount of time. But yeah, the promo was at the time was a pretty decent promo at the end of the match. And yeah, that's pretty much the pay-per-view. I'll give this pay-per-view full 10 out of 10. Really excellent pay-per-view. Really enjoyed this one. I really recommend picking this up, especially on Blu-ray. But if you can't pick it on Blu-ray, get it on DVD. It's a really good pay-per-view to have on DVD or Blu-ray, and have one for the collection as well. This is a pay-per-view I could see myself watching it numerous times throughout the next couple of years. And yeah, that's pretty much been my review for Extreme Rules 2012. As with the Blu-ray exclusives, you get John Cena and Brock Lesnar contract signing, and you get CM Punk takes out public feed sobriety test. You get a couple of SmackDown moments. You got the Danny Bryan's promo explaining that he would promise a victory at Extreme Rules, and then Michael Cole interviews Randy Orton, and yeah, the Blu-ray extras are really fantastic, especially the John Cena and Brock Lesnar contract signing. Yeah, so pretty much this has been my review of Extreme Rules 2012. I really hope you enjoyed this Blu-ray review. It's gone on a bit more longer than expected, but it's worthwhile doing this review a bit more longer. And yeah, until next time, I'll see you again, and stay safe.